Yeah, I just want to apologize for some of the people out there that might have got offended or didn't think my tactics or my ways of trying to resolve or take care of an issue or a problem. I apologize. But then again, I didn't sit there and force you to watch anything or pay attention to anything that I posted or whatever. But I do want to say thanks for the ones that did, and the ones that stood by, and the ones that were grateful, and the ones that understand the situation and what it's at. And like I said all along, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to hurt no one else. I don't, not at all whatsoever. But when push comes to shove, you know what I mean? The shoving's been done enough to me, and I just don't need the pressure, you know what I mean? And a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, a lot of thought got put into it, and what can you do and how you're supposed to do something and take care of it when the legal system's just broken like that, literally that broken that, you're supposed to do it in these proper ways and the procedure and all the stuff I pulled up and all the documentation that I had and what their policy is and how they're supposed to report something and investigate something and I mean, what can you do when those are the ones that are supposed to do it and they're not doing it, and you take it to their boss and they're, what is there? What else is there? What can you, literally, that they're unwilling to do anything due to the nature of it all coming out and exposing something that's really messed up, that was going on, that was done illegally and wrong for like so long that, oh, well, this happened years ago. No, like I said, this just started years ago. That's when it started. Like I say all along, and I'll finish it, but I just want to apologize for anyone, being offended on, the manner or the way I did it. But like I said, I don't want to hurt no one. I don't want no one to get hurt, and I don't want to hurt anyone else. And they would have let it be and maybe just done their job from the beginning, because look how stupid they're going to look now. You know what I mean? Like, damn, all this went on for this long and done all this stuff, and all along, just roadblock all along, just endless. And then to betray me and label me and put me out in such a way that I'm not, that's messed up, really messed up, But I don't hear no apologizing to me about the monster you made me, you know what I mean? But whatever, it is what it is. And I don't agree with my ways of doing it, and I don't think it's right, and I know it's wrong, and I accept it, and I'll take my responsibility on the outcome of it. And I committed the crime, I'll do the time, and I'll take full responsibility for my actions. And everything all along, no one had to get hurt, no one should have been harmed, and I shouldn't have been hurt or harmed. And that's all St. Paul Police want to keep on putting, like, innocent people in the middle of it all, bystanders, civilians, the people that work on the sign place, like, try to send them up here to come and get me. And like, if they ain't gonna do it themselves, why are they gonna send civilians to come and do stuff? That's really sad. And when I was on the power line, you could hear a phone call conversation that they had when they called the power company, and they told the power company, oh, if you guys want to go up there and get them down, you can, but we're not gonna, like, why would you do something like that? That makes no sense at all whatsoever. Some police officers, well, we're not going to do it, but if them people want to do it, because then we're not going to be in the middle of it, and our name ain't going to be tied to it, and they did it, and yeah, I get it, and that's the way it's going to be played out, and that's why you're doing it. And you talk about you don't want to put no one in harm's way, and you're worried about the safety and of the public, and no, you're not. You're fucking putting them in harm's way so you can turn around and blame someone else for it, and then not even be in the middle of it, and let that happen like that. It's ridiculous. But yeah, but it is what it is, Brian Wiki sent me that email, told me flat out, like, due to my death or whatever, it'd never be investigated, and they'll never look into it. And, well, what do you know? You just got a dummy hanging out there, and look at who's dumb now, right? Like I said, no one had to be harmed or hurt or nothing whatsoever. All you guys had to do is do what was right from the beginning. I'm talking years and years of recorded shit and emails. The stuff I posted, like, probably isn't even like half all the stuff, man. Like, you're talking, like, I'm just one person, and, like, whoever would believe any of this stuff, it's so, like, outrageous and ridiculous that if someone came up and told me it, I would never even believe any of it. Like, I'd be like, man, this is way too far-fetched, But it's all solid fact, 100% solid fact, and I can back all of it up 100% on everything I said on everything. Straight physical documentation, proof on everything. It's mind-blowing, literally, it is. But it's a lot better to have just a pair of pants and a jacket with some balloons hanging there instead of someone's life, right? Because someone's life doesn't mean nothing. It means someone's life to investigate your guys' wrongdoing. Well, whatever, that person can end their life and they don't care. And then Brian Wiki, you want to sit there and you want to do like some public announcement or put something out there in the paper about, I made it clear that I want to die by cops' hands or suicide by cop. Fuck, I don't want to die at all. absolutely don't want to die at all. An endless amount of emails I got to back up all that I've said to you numerous times. And you too, Jimmy Francis and Joe Atkins in the county attorney office and Scott County attorney office, the child protection, the probation, their supervisors. Y'all were putting in the same emails. Y'all were getting the same email, and the same one that I sent out to one, y'all were getting it. So I just eliminated the BS about whose problem it is and whose concern it is and whatever department it's supposed to go to. I just put you all in the same one, and whoever it pertained to, well, y'all got the same one. This is all solid fact. As far as that dummy hanging there, I apologize, for some people that like just don't get it and don't understand, but to think to go to this measure and this extreme, look at what it had to do and what it had to come to just to get something across. And you mean to tell me go get a permit and a sign and protest and like that, really? When the legal process way and the process of doing it that way doesn't work, you tell them to go get a permit and a sign, right? Yeah. And that was going to do what? And come down here, you're going to talk to me, and what's that going to do? That ain't going to work for me. You got no grounds, no trust, absolutely nothing at all whatsoever that I could ever have any trust whatsoever in any word that any of them say, ever. Like, they can say what they want, do what they want, and just write it up, and there you go, and like, lie on documentation and let it go. Like, well, we talked to him, we dealt with him, and well, them people already gave him his answer, and straight physical proof, I can back up everything. To sit there and lie and give me fucking documentation of straight lies, and then just ignore me, and we ain't gonna talk to you anymore. Like, what can you do, right? That, oh, go hire an attorney. Anyone knows, oh boy, that's a joke. But their supervisors ain't gonna do nothing, they ain't gonna investigate it, they ain't gonna look into it, they ain't gonna hold them responsible or accountable for what they did, but be complicit and be a part of it. That's messed up, man, really messed up. And I'm not the only person going through stuff like this. It's a large fucking problem, and I know in Dakota County for sure. Large, very large problem. Alarming and concerning. Look what happened to little Eli Hart. Murdered by his mother. Blasted a 6-year-old kid with a shotgun. Mind blowing, like, and look at that case. Look at all the evidence and proof behind all that. How many times Troy reached out, sending them emails and calls, and who's protecting my kid, and like, that dude did everything he could do, what they wanted him to do, and then turn around and get him sent right back to the mom again, until can't send him with the mom again, now can you? Look how many lives that just destroyed. Wow. And say there's so many moving parts and so many whatever in the middle of, it's complicated. It ain't complicated at all. The woman ain't supposed to be around her kid, and she's got problems. Don't put them around the fucking woman. I mean, them child protection workers were afraid of her. If a child protection worker is afraid of that woman, and they're adult, you're gonna go put a 6-year-old kid around them instead? I mean, come on, really? Crazy. And this is probably not a good time for all this to be coming out due to election time tomorrow and new mayor for South St. Paul and all. And well, election time is definitely hard. Well, needless to say, I was still dealing with all this last election time, believe it or not. And the whole time, all the way to this one. So you're talking like a hard 4 years of my life of fucking just stress, endless of stress. Like, to think I was on Social Security, living on like $1,200 a month, and just like barely getting by, and like having to be thrown in jail for recording court proceedings and posting it online, getting dropped from my Social Security, losing my insurance, and to think I lived on $1,200 a month, and then to get dropped from it, not have nothing, and like to almost think about how would you even live on $1,200 a month? You got to pay rent. I mean, yeah, but I managed, and I just dealt with it, and like whatever, and then I have to go through all this during that time. Not have nothing, not be able to do anything, or spend time even with my girlfriend, and have her see me like that and come around and see me, and I'm just sad and miserable, and like, and I could see on her face that it ate her up, and it bothered her a lot to know like I'm in that state of mind, and like, and there's nothing she can do about it, and it bothered me, like, unbelievable. But I apologize for anyone that was offended by that guy hanging out there, but it worked. No one had to be hurt or harmed, right? Or could they just done what they're supposed to from the beginning, from the endless account of calls, emails, been to court so many times. I mean, and this is the only way I could do it. The only way it was going to be done. And don't tell me there's some other way and this ain't the right way, when all the other ways didn't work, and it just came down to this. I guess this worked, didn't it?